Hey everyone, welcome. On this channel, we're going to get into an advanced look at the story Disastrous Necromancer. Come with me as we unravel the journey of Lin Moyu, from his beginnings to him becoming a force to be reckoned with in a mysterious new world. If this story sounds like something you'll enjoy, please like, share, and comment. Your support helps us keep providing these in-depth looks into the world of Disastrous Necromancer. Now let's continue.
On this day, in the city of the competition, some people cried while others laughed. Some drank themselves into a stupor, while others went mad on the streets. Various emotions were being released at this moment. After experiencing 30 days of competition and life and death situations, it was not surprising that people were letting loose. For many, the 30 days of high-pressure competition was an unimaginable test. Some completely broke down during the process, while others grew stronger. Most experienced subtle changes that would accompany them for the rest of their lives. Xu Jianxing was very drunk, but his face bore a satisfied smile. He was very pleased with the round-robin tournament. He had been defeated dozens of times. If this had been a real battlefield, it would have meant dying dozens of times. This was an unimaginable gain for ordinary people, extremely precious. Zhuang Bai's voice was gentle. Tomorrow it's our turn. Do you have any thoughts, junior brother Lin? Lin Moyu shook his head. Actually, there's no need for any thoughts, just like Zhang Gang. Zhuang Bai chuckled. Indeed, as long as the strength is sufficient, any rules can be ignored. Lin Moyu went deeper. It's not just that. Any rules are made to serve the strong. Don't forget the original intention of the competition. The original intention of the competition. Chu Shang said in a muffled voice, isn't the competition just to select the strongest? Lin Moyu shook his head. That's right, to select the strongest. But it's not just about the strongest in terms of strength, but also the strongest in terms of luck. Zhuang Bai frowned, clearly not fully understanding Lin Moyu's words. Chu Shang, who belonged to the type that asks when he doesn't understand, said, what do you mean by the strongest in terms of luck? Zhuang Bai asked, luck is intangible and elusive. How can it be measured? Lin Moyu smiled and said, luck may seem intangible and elusive, but there are ways to measure it. This round-robin tournament can reveal part of it. Luck is related to fate, to the future, and can also determine life and death. Chu Shang scratched his head. Junior brother Lin, you're getting more and more mysterious. Zhuang Bai also seemed to understand but not fully. Although both were small god sovereigns, their level was still not enough to understand the intangible concept of luck. Lin Moyu had also come into contact with the laws of fate by chance, which gave him some understanding of luck. Lin Moyu said, Senior brother Chu, Senior brother Zhuang, you don't need to worry too much about luck. These are just some of my guesses and may not be accurate. Even if it does exist, it is already predestined and cannot be changed by human effort. We should just go with the flow. In the round-robin tournament, everyone's performance was seen by others. Names were remembered by people. These were all geniuses of the human race, future great figures. A large amount of faith power flew in from all directions, and everyone gained their own fans. But what was more worth looking forward to was the top 16 competition the next day. No one knew what format the top 16 would adopt, or if it would also be a round-robin tournament. Lin Moyu didn't want to guess anymore, he would know soon enough. A loud noise woke up the city of the competition, and everyone looked up to see a huge projection. In the projection, the arena was moving. Hundreds of arenas intertwined and combined to form a three-dimensional world. This inverted triangular three-dimensional world had 3 layers. The bottom layer was composed of 10 arenas. The second layer was composed of 30 arenas, much larger than the bottom layer. The topmost third layer was composed of 60 arenas, even larger. What is this? Is this the new arena? Is today's final going to be held in such an arena? This has never happened before. Is it a new competition rule? Countless people were discussing. Not only had the arena changed, but even the audience seats had changed. The audience seats also combined, forming a large circular ring around the arena. Several god sovereigns looked at the three-dimensional world in front of them. How are they planning to compete? It should be a new rule. No one knows the specifics. The 4 domain lords should know, but they haven't shown up yet. No need to worry. According to tradition, they will definitely appear before the final. Look, there's another change in the arena. Indeed, new changes appeared in the three-dimensional arena. Golden light flashed, and golden eagles appeared. Flames burned, and many demons walked out. Silver light jumped, and the Silver Clan swarmed out. With the eyesight of the god sovereigns, they couldn't tell if these beings were real or created by the laws. The top 16 contestants, the protagonists of this event, also watched this scene unfold. Then, an invisible force fell on the 16 of them, and the scene before their eyes rippled like water. The scene became clear, and the 16 were transported to the arena. They stood on a huge white square, and in front of them were 5 high platforms. 4 of the high platforms were carved with different images: azure dragon, white tiger, vermilion bird, and black tortoise, representing the 4 star regions of the human race. The central high platform was the most majestic, towering above the other 4, and was carved with a huge city, the divine city. On the high platforms of the 4 star regions stood 1 person each, the domain lords of the 4 star regions. On the central divine city high platform also stood 1 person, but this person's appearance was blurred and unclear. Beyond the shore, Lin Moyu thought to himself. In the finals of the 4 star regions competition, not only did the domain lords of the 4 star regions appear, but even a beyond the shore expert came. Lin Lao's gaze swept over everyone. Except for Lin Moyu, everyone felt as if their bodies were being cut by countless swords, their whole bodies in pain. Everyone was in awe. This expert was incredibly terrifying. If he wanted to kill them, he wouldn't need to lift a finger. A single glance would be enough. A deep voice slowly sounded. Now I will announce the rules for the first stage of the finals. In this triangular world, there are 3 layers. You are currently on the 3rd layer. Each layer has 16 stone tablets and 16 tokens. You need to find the tokens and then find the corresponding stone tablets. Use the tokens to activate the stone tablets, and you can move to the next layer. The 2nd and 1st layers are the same. Only those who pass the 1st layer are eligible to participate in the 2nd stage of the competition. One more thing, all restrictions from previous battles are now lifted. You can use any magical artifacts and spells. You can search for the tokens yourself or snatch them from others. The 1st stage is limited to 10 days. This world is very dangerous. Please take care. As the voice fell, the Beyond the Shore expert waved his hand. The formation rumbled, and everyone felt a blur before their eyes and found themselves in the wilderness. Lin Moyu did not act immediately. He looked up at the formation in the sky, feeling the subtle movements of the formation in space. This world seemed to be composed of 70 arenas, each with a diameter of only 100,000 kilometers. Even combined, it wouldn't be very large. For small god sovereigns, a few million kilometers is nothing. But in reality, it wasn't like that. Under the influence of the formation, the space had changed. The arenas were just the exterior. The real size couldn't be measured by the arena's size. In Lin Moyu's perception, this world was very, very large, far exceeding a life-star system. Finding the stone tablets and the corresponding tokens in such a large area would not be easy. Without restrictions, the excitement of the competition will soar. Among the top 16, except for Lin Moyu, all are small god sovereigns. The methods of small god sovereigns are incomparable to before. One by one, skeleton god warriors appeared beside Lin Moyu, transforming into streams of light and rushing in all directions. A light speed lich appeared on Lin Moyu's shoulder, bringing a light transformation effect to the skeletons. The first step was to let the skeletons explore the path. At the same time, he could use the undead vision to check the specific situation of this world. Lin Moyu himself did not move but was contemplating the rules he had just learned. There weren't many pitfalls in this rule, but there were some hidden information. The rules did not specify how many tokens each person could obtain. If someone obtained 2 tokens on the 3rd layer and proceeded to the 2nd layer, then someone on the 3rd layer would inevitably be eliminated. Moreover, with only 10 days, some people might not find the tokens and corresponding stone tablets in time. Based on this calculation, someone will inevitably be eliminated in this stage. Luck and strength are both indispensable. Lin Moyu had already realized the essence of the 1st stage of the competition. It was not only a test of strength but also a test of luck. Lin Moyu even thought of something deeper. He wondered if the higher-ups of the human race were doing something that required people with extremely strong luck to complete. Lin Moyu released tens of thousands of skeleton god warriors just for exploration. To him, tens of thousands of skeleton god warriors were nothing, just a drop in the ocean. But in the eyes of others, tens of thousands of skeleton god warriors were already very astonishing. Wow, Lin Moyu's summoned creatures are also astonishing in number. Tens of thousands, that's already an army. I wonder how strong they are. Now that his strength has been restored, the summoned creatures should be stronger than before. He's only at the 4th rank of the God King realm. No matter how strong the summoned creatures are, they can't be that strong. Now Lin Moyu is in trouble. His opponents are all small god sovereigns, and he's the only one at the 4th rank of the God King realm. Yes, with everyone's strength no longer suppressed, Lin Moyu doesn't need to fear them. But now, I think he's in big trouble. Everyone had their own opinions, but most of them thought that Lin Moyu was in trouble. After all, with the restrictions lifted, how could someone at the fourth rank of the God King realm deal with small god sovereigns? Qing Xiaoxiao was also watching the finals, waving her little fists and shouting loudly, "Sister, go for it. Defeat Lin Moyu, defeat Dongfang Zi, and win the championship." In the arena, the four domain lords stood on the high platform, smiling at each other. The domain lord of the Azure Dragon Star region, named Yi Qingshan, was at the peak of the god sovereign realm like Zhu Tian. He looked at Zhu Tian with a smile. "Old Zhu, do you think Lin Moyu from your star region can win the championship this time?" Zhu Tian was full of confidence and said firmly, "He's the only one who can." The domain lord of the Xuanwu star region, named Wu Da, was the most burly of the four. He said in a low voice, "That's not necessarily true. Shui Xilin from my Xuanwu star region is not easy to deal with either." The domain lord of the White Tiger star region was the only woman among the four. She was somewhat glamorous and came from the Bai family of the Divine City, named Bai Binger. Bai Binger laughed coquettishly, "If it weren't for Lin Mohan just breaking through to the god sovereign realm, the first place wouldn't be yours." Wu Da said in a deep voice, "Previously, due to the suppression of the realm, Xilin couldn't even display 1/10 of her strength. Now that the restrictions are lifted, hee." Zhu Tian snorted, "Who isn't?" Yi Qingshan also snorted coldly, not convinced by their words. The four of them glared at each other, none willing to back down. Bai Binger laughed twice and suddenly looked at the beyond the shore expert on the central high platform. "Lord Shu, what do you think?" Lord Shu's voice was low. "The Saint Sovereign treats Lin Moyu as an equal." The faces of the four changed simultaneously. Zhu Tian instinctively felt it was impossible. What kind of status did the Saint Sovereign have? How could he treat Lin Moyu as an equal? Could there be some hidden truth he didn't know? Bai Binger's glamorous face stiffened. "Lord Shu, you must be joking." Lord Shu glanced at her. "I never joke." As a beyond the shore expert, how could he joke? Even if he wanted to joke, he wouldn't joke with a god sovereign. Bai Binger felt awkward but didn't dare to get angry. She began to reassess Lin Moyu's true identity. How could a mere god king be treated as an equal by the Saint Sovereign? There must be some hidden truth. Wu Da tried to smooth things over. "We'll see as we watch. But for now, it seems Lin Moyu is indeed impressive." Yi Qingshan nodded. "Indeed, he's a talent." In the Xuanwu star region, cultivators have three main characteristics. First, strong defense. Second, they are skilled in refining magical artifacts, with puppets being one type of magical artifact. Third, they have some special summoners. Shui Xilin possesses all three characteristics. Not only does she have strong defense, but she is also skilled in refining artifacts and has created many puppets for herself. At the same time, she is also a summoner. On the Ring Mountain continent, due to restrictions, she could only use true God Realm puppets. Initially, she gained a lot of points with the advantage of her puppets and was once ranked third. But later, due to the heavy loss of her puppets, her ranking gradually fell. Now, with the restrictions lifted, she can use more powerful puppets. She released thousands of 6th rank God King puppets, just like Lin Moyu, for exploration. This competition is very advantageous for her. Among the top 16, there is another cultivator from the Xuanwu Star region, but he is not a summoner and is not skilled in puppets. The situation of the others is similar. They can only rely on their own strength and luck to search. For now, this final is most advantageous for Lin Moyu and Shui Xilin. The skeleton god warriors sent out by Lin Moyu quickly gathered a lot of information. This world has all kinds of terrains. It is an extremely realistic world. From the scenes just seen, there aren't many aliens on the third layer. The aliens are mainly concentrated on the second and first layers. Our main goal on the third layer is to find the tokens and stone tablets. The tokens and stone tablets must have some clues and won't be randomly placed. Lin Moyu analyzed as the skeletons sent back new information. The skeletons found a tribe belonging to the Silver Clan. The tribe was not small, with at least tens of thousands of Silver Clan members living inside. The tribe was divided into 3 parts, with the silver snakes, silver dogs, and silver herons living in their respective parts. The undead vision did not see their souls. These aliens are simulated by the laws and do not truly exist. In this way, the role of the undead vision in checking souls is greatly reduced. But it doesn't matter. The tribe was covered by a formation, shining with silver light, a formation belonging to the Silver Clan, very different from human formations. In the tribe, Silver Clan soldiers stood guard, and the entire tribe was under tight security. Several skeleton gods flew high in the sky, thousands of kilometers away from the tribe, to observe. Lin Moyu connected to the skeleton's vision. Although the undead vision couldn't check souls, it still had unparalleled advantages. The formation had little effect on the undead vision. Through the formation, Lin Moyu saw the situation inside the tribe. In the gray and white world, a gray stone tablet stood out. Found it. Lin Moyu's heart moved, and the skeleton god warriors quickly advanced. Unable to see the souls and with the formation in the way, it was impossible to judge the opponent's strength. Lin Moyu didn't mind, he would know after the fight. With the realm no longer suppressed, Lin Moyu's realm returned to the 4th rank of the God King. The combat power of the skeleton god warriors also soared, reaching the 7th rank of the God King. As the vanguard, they were more than sufficient. The friction between bones produced a creepy cracking sound, echoing in this quiet world. Thousands of skeleton god warriors rushed to the formation like streams of light, raising their axes to chop. The formation twisted under the axes but was unexpectedly sturdy and didn't break immediately. The 3 silver clan members inside the formation quickly reacted to the attack. The formation glowed, and attacks shot out from within, landing on the skeleton god warriors. The formation allowed attacks to pass from the inside out but not from the outside in. Lin Moyu, with his rich experience in group combat, was not surprised by this. The attacks from the Silver Clan were not very strong, only at the 7th rank of the God King. When they hit the skeleton god warriors, they could at most cause some injuries. With a thought, over 100 skeleton god generals flew out, turning into streams of light and heading to the battlefield. Even from thousands of kilometers away, powerful sword energy swept over. The sword energy struck the formation, shattering it instantly. The sword energy not only broke the formation but also killed many Silver Clan members. The skeleton god warriors charged in, chopping down anyone they saw. The Silver Clan tribe fought back frantically. The silver dogs emitted waves of sound, and beams of silver light descended from the sky, dazzling and beautiful. The silver snakes coiled, their long tails whipping like crazy, sending many skeleton god warriors flying. The attacks of the silver herons focused on their beaks, which were sharper than God King realm magical artifacts and could pierce through the bones of the skeleton god warriors. The human formation not only simulated the Silver Clan but also their attack methods. The Silver Clan tribe had a large number of members and surrounded the skeleton god warriors. The skeleton god generals arrived shortly after, their sharp swords emitting dazzling sword light, killing many Silver Clan members in no time. The Silver Clan members left no corpses after death. They were virtual entities simulated by the formation, and their bodies turned into light and disappeared upon death. With the addition of the skeleton god generals, the battle became one-sided. The 100 skeleton god generals, comparable to small god sovereigns, swept through the entire tribe effortlessly. By the time Lin Moyu arrived leisurely, the entire tribe had been completely cleared. The place was empty, with only a 10-meter-high stone tablet standing in the center of the tribe. The stone tablet looked unremarkable, with a large character carved on it in ancient script. Lin Moyu recognized the character, 5, meaning it was the 5th stone tablet. To activate this stone tablet, a token with the same number was needed. Leaving 10 skeleton god generals to guard the place, Lin Moyu released more skeletons to continue exploring this world. Previously, I saw many alien tribes. It seems they have formed various tribes. The stone tablets appear in the tribes, so where will the tokens appear? Besides the aliens, there seem to be some giant beasts. Could the giant beasts be related to the tokens? Lin Moyu thought it was possible but hadn't found any yet. On the other side, Shui Xylan had just cleared a Golden Eagle tribe. The Golden Eagle tribe had fewer members, about 1,000, each with combat power around the 6th rank of the God King, comparable to her puppets. However, with her as a small god sovereign and her puppets, clearing the tribe wasn't too difficult. Shui Xylan also found a stone tablet, numbered 10. She didn't recognize the character but remembered it, knowing she needed to find the corresponding symbol. Dongfang Zi had just finished a battle, standing amidst ruins. He had just destroyed a small fortress belonging to the demon clan, killing all the demons inside. In the fortress stood a stone tablet numbered 6. Among the top 16, almost everyone had found the corresponding tribes and fortresses and discovered the stone tablets. Except for Lin Moyu and Shui Xylan, others had to put in more effort. After all, they were fighting alone, unlike Lin Moyu and Shui Xylan, who had it easier. Lin Moyu hadn't even fought personally. The spectators seemed to have a new understanding of Lin Moyu's skeletons. The strength of the skeleton god generals exceeded everyone's expectations. From the battles of other small god sovereigns, it could be inferred that the enemies simulated by the formation were generally between the 6th and 7th ranks of the God King. By this calculation, the strength of Lin Moyu's skeletons was astonishing, with the skeleton god generals possessing combat power comparable to small god sovereigns. 100 small god sovereign level summons, and this might not even be Lin Moyu's limit. He might be able to summon more and stronger ones. This discovery shocked everyone. How can anyone fight this? Each one is a small god sovereign. 100 small god sovereigns, isn't that overwhelming? I feel like Lin Moyu alone could take on the other 15. That's not necessarily true. There's still a big difference between small god sovereigns. Especially Qing Fei and Dongfang Zi, their strength is close to that of god sovereigns. The 4 domain lords also saw this scene and were extremely curious about Lin Moyu's combat power. They all looked at Zhu Tian, who shook his head and said, "Don't look at me. Lin Moyu has been in the Vermilion Bird battlefield for the past few years. I don't know either. If you want to know, ask Zhu Leota. He knows." Zhu Tian immediately shifted all the responsibility to Zhu Qiwudi, as it had nothing to do with him. Bai Binger snorted, "Ask Zhu Qiwudi? Forget it, I don't want to make things difficult for myself." Wu Da and Yi Qingshan had similar expressions, seemingly a bit afraid of Zhu Qiwudi. Zhu Tian chuckled, "Just keep watching. You'll find out." In fact, he was also very curious about Lin Moyu's strength. He had asked Zhu Qiwudi, but Zhu Qiwudi didn't give a clear answer. Lin Moyu had mentioned it himself but didn't explain in detail. Anyway, Lin Moyu had no pressure facing small god sovereigns. As the skeleton god warriors explored more areas, new discoveries were made. At the top of a high mountain, a golden giant beast was coiled. It had the body of a snake and the head of a lion, with golden scales reflecting dazzling light. From a distance, its blood-red tongue, covered in barbs, was visible. Its teeth were sharper than magical artifacts, extremely ferocious. It was 10,000 meters long, and the gas it exhaled turned into black clouds, corroding the ground into large holes. The aliens simulated by the formation had no life or souls but did have a presence. Lin Moyu felt its presence, unique to small god sovereigns. A giant beast at the small god sovereign level. Lin Moyu didn't mind. With a thought, 100 skeleton god generals turned into streams of light and flew over. Including the 10 skeleton god generals guarding the stone tablet, Lin Moyu had already summoned 110 skeleton god generals. Although this was just a small fraction, Lin Moyu felt it was enough and didn't need to expose too much information to the public. The giant beast noticed the skeleton god generals from afar and roared. Black clouds flew over, carrying corrosive raindrops that fell on the skeleton god generals. The raindrops sizzled on the skeleton god generals, emitting yellow gas. The skeleton god generals ignored the raindrops. The damage was shared by the undead legion, and the actual harm was minimal. White and majestic sword energy crossed thousands of miles, engulfing the land.